Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Mitsport. Today I'll be explaining to you the features of an aircraft, how it turns on air and how it stays on ground, and how it goes up and down and turns like these in air. So let's get started right away. So if you ever went to an airport and you board the plane and then it leaves the gate, you always think that the pilots, if you go on an Airbus, they have a side stick. Don't ever call it a joystick like from your PlayStation games or from your games. So always call it a side stick or a flight control stick. So yeah, if you start from the front, let's see from the ground. If when it stays on ground, they don't use the side stick or the steering wheel. So they use if you go on an Airbus, you have next to the tiller, you have this round thing. If you turn it around, it goes right and left. And if you go on Boeing 747, you have a side one. So what's common about the Boeing 747 is that the rear wheels at the back also stays the opposite way to make more turning degrees, because it's bigger than a normal plane. And it uses this side one. It's on a side and it's only on the captain's side, not on the co-pilot seat. So you'd steer it using that on all the Boeings. So if you want, the rudder here, the rudder and the wheels, the front wheels are connected. So, and if you use the rudder pedals, which is at the front of your cockpit seat, in front of your seat, it's like your bike pedal, but you just gotta push it. So it will only turn by a few degrees. So they had to install something new to make a full 90-degree turn. So they installed a steering wheel, like a ground steering, and then that's how the steering works. So when you're on tilt on air, you need to have, on the corner you have the side, when this goes down and the other side goes up, making it, if you want to make a left turn, this side at the end you got a little flap, it goes down and this side goes up, and the same for the right turn. So this one will go up, this one will go down. So it's basically aerodynamics. And when you want to go up, you have the back part. When you push up, or on your side stick you push up, this goes down, and then air pressure comes like this under the wings, and then goes down and makes the plane to go up. So when you're trying to make a good turn, a quick turn, you can use the rudder, just the rudder, or rudder with the tilt. So that will make this. That will make this. So when you're tilting, you might do this. And when when pilots need a rest, they put it on autopilot. So when the autopilot's turned off, if you're on an Airbus, you'd have the red button on the side stick. So there's actually two on the side stick, a communication, the red button. So when you turn the red button, it might make a turbulence. So it might do this, or some roll, uncontrollable. So you'd have to deal with that. And if you go to the engines, it's not just air which is going out. The air gets sucked in, and then it gets mixed with fuel, and then it gets rejected out. If you after you land, some people may see these flaps will come up. That's the air speed brakes. And you might, if you're lucky enough, you can see reverse thrust. I one time saw it. So it basically opens on the sides rejecting it. So if this would just open it, and this is just a Lego model, and then the air would come in, and then it would go like this, and then get pumped out like this. So that will cause brakes, quick air brake, and then yeah, yeah. So the flaps here, if you put the flaps down, that will make takeoff quicker. If you have it on full thrust, it will make it quicker to go up. If you're landing, you need the flaps down full, because that, if it goes down, it stops like engine power, it slows down the engines. So basically all the air would come like kind of down, but still go pretty fast. It will reduce speed. So and then it will slow down to land. The landing gear, it gets pulled up and pulled down. So if after you take off, it gets pulled up by the captain. So captain or the co-pilot, whichever one's doing it. So so it's basically like this. So you got to pull it up and down. There's also an automatic, like in case the pull up down, if it's jammed, at the back you have these manual ones. If you there's 3 of them. If you just pull, if there's 3 of them, you pull. If there's more wheels, like more on the wings, 2 wings and 1 at the front, you have 3 of them. The left one for the left wing, the middle one for the steering one, the front one, and the left one for the wing, this side wing. And I couldn't put the wheels on the wings because the engine was just too big to fit on this Lego model. So the door, after you boarded, let's go back to the beginning. After you boarded, you get pushed back, or sometimes even manually by the pilot's own engine, you get pushed back out of the gate using a pushback truck. So you have to turn on. So basically, the pushback driver, it has to push the plane, and then you turn on your main engines, engine 2, and not engine 1, because they will save fuel saving and noise, and then it will reduce some like any metallic things getting sucked into the engine, so it will reduce the speed. So after you just some seconds, about some meters away from the runway, you turn on the engine 1 to apply more pressure, and then you stop to just take a quick check of everything is ready, and then you put full thrust up. So that's what happens. If a window, cockpit window, if you're at ground and you want to open a window to just see the outside view, you have to. There's a side window here, from these 2. You can open it, and then you can go and check outside. Yeah, yeah. This is up, down, left, right. That's the main, and yeah, it has more. So yeah, if I'm gonna go to the side stick, not a joystick. So if you pull up like this, the plane goes up. So, and if you're having on a Boeing, you have the steering one. You pull up, same, it'll go up. So that's kind of what happens. This is how it works. Yeah, that's so fun. The wheels here, if you see the wheels, my one's the rubber. I'll give you some more information now of if you're on a real plane. If there's a delay, that means there's a problem. Even a little light bulb in the cockpit broken can lead the plane to anywhere. So you got replacement bulbs in the cockpit. If there's a delay and they say that there's a technical problem with the tires or anything like that, that means one of the there's a hole in one of the tires, or any other reasons. No, engine's not starting, door not opening, light bulb broken, anything like that. That can cause a delay. Every pilot should this is an important one. Every pilot should take a go or no go decision before they take off or taxi. Or landing. So if it's too stormy, they have to go up, or too windy, or if they fail out attempt. So that's the no go decision. That's the main one for a pilot to decide. So yeah, you can build any planes like this using Lego and tell your own story using this. So what happens if, I always know why is there white fog in the engines. That is because the outside pressure is lower and the inside pressure is higher. Let's say it's just rain, though, there's water in air, right? So once it gets in, the water gets heated and it turns into fog. So that can last up to until it takes off, or even a second or more. So that's how this works. The plane can tilt up. So yeah, that's how that works. And now, if you see, the main baggage area is right under the passengers. The baggage area is under the seats. So under the seats, the main area, if you take 5 to 6 baggages, it will go under the seats. So there will be a secret compartment for it. And if you see a door, a secret door, that in the aisle or so at the back of the plane or at the front of the plane, that's the crew rest. If it's a long time travel flight, they will need a crew rest, so it will be at the back or at the front, at the top. So there will be about 8 beds, 6 to 8 beds at least. Sometimes you want 2 beds. The waste tank, the waste tank and the food refilling tank. There's a 200 liter water tank and 200 liter waste tank, so the crew can check if the waste tank is full or if there's low water. So a truck will arrive and then it will drain all the waste out, and then a new truck arrives and then it refuels. So yeah. So after you wash your hand, this is a really good one, because don't people know this. After you wash your hands, the soap water goes overboard. It goes outside the plane, at the back of the plane, or depending on which lavatory you're using. So it depends. It goes to the back of the plane, at the belly, here at the back, not the belly. Belly's at the front. And yeah, in case of a decomposition, a window broken, or there's a hole in the cockpit or in a window, so yeah, the mask will drop. So not many, so it will drop automatically. And and if you go to the cockpit, there's many interesting things there. You got the main things you would need. The main 3 equipment you need is which way the plane is going. In case if all of the I know a technique, I just know this, I just learned this from a video. So if there's no battery in the plane left, and all the cockpit systems shut down and the engines are running, you can use a glass of water and just see how it's going. If the water's turning this way, that means they're turning. So that's a really old technique, I just know. And so far that's what I know. If there's an engine fire, the cockpit gets alerted, and yeah, so that's what happens. Reverse thrust is on the thrust, so if you just pull it back to reverse, the reverse openers will open from there. Whoops, my winch on my side is gone. That's what happened. So, if you see the cockpit window, each window's holding at least 8,000 pounds of pressure air going on it. So that's how. So it's so. And yeah, so I've got a really good fact to tell. The Concorde when it cruised, the temperatures rose on the wings, so they had to go for a special paint. And normally planes are painted white because if it's a black type of plane, then it would have more heat on it, and if it's really hot if you're buying a already used plane and there's yellow markings or all over it, pictures all over it, that would just make it really harder for the next people to use it. Remember, this is not all of my fact. I just learned this from YouTube and all other pilot lessons. So this is I'm just knowing this. I might do a new video of more instruments of the cockpit, and yeah. I hope you enjoyed my video. Please subscribe if you're new to my channel, and like this video if you liked it, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can get more instant notifications of my new videos. Bye, see you on the next video, and hopefully tomorrow or the next day. Bye.